Hi there, you're welcome to today's class. For today's class, we'll be looking at the concepts of the substitution in logarithm. And before I continue, I will remain the same tutor, Abimbola Temitope. If you could remember very well, in our last topic, we look at the laws of logarithm. And we use the law of logarithm in solving some problems. But for today's class, we'll be going further. We'll be going deeper in solving some questions regarding substitution in logarithm. Okay, if you look at the questions on the board, the question says, given that log 3 is equal to 0.4771 and log 2 is equal to 0.3010 and log 7 is equal to 0.8451. And the question says, find log 27. Second question, log 0.72. Third question, log second root 6. And fourth question, log third root 0.3. And the last question says log 3.92. I believe you are with me. I want you to take your pen, take your book, and write down something. Now let's begin. The first question, we're asked to solve solution. We're asked to find log 27. Log 27. How do we find log 27? Me looking at what we're given here, there's nothing like log 27. What we only have here is log 3, log 2, and log 7. So how can we break this 27 down? We have to break 27 down into these substituents, which is log 3 or log 2 or log 7. So how do we do that? If you look at 27, the only multiples of 27 is 3. Me looking at it, if you find the LCM of 27, you are going to see that how many 3 can we see in 27? Is 9. 3 can still go. 3 in 9 is 3. 3 can still go. 3 in 3 is 1. So the multiples are 3 times 3 times 3. That means 3 raised to power 3. That will give us 27. So it means 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. And that is what we are going to use. And looking at 3, you can see that we have a substituent of 3 here, which is log 3 is equal to 0.4771. I believe you are with me. Now, let's continue. Let's continue. It means that my log 27 has now changed to log 3 raised to power 3. Do you understand? And if you can remember, according to the law of logarithm, it says once we have log b raised to power a, the power, which is the index, we go to the front, and it's going to be what? A log b. Do you understand? We carry the power to the front, so and giving us a log b, and that is the same principle that we are going to use here. Now, what do we have here now? We carry the 3 to the front. It will now be 3 log what? Log 3. Then what do we do now? We now say we have 3. What is our log 3? According to what we are given here, our log 3 is what? 0.4771. So it's not going to be bracket open. Log 3 is 0.4771. Now let's multiply this. Let's multiply this. Take my calculator. We have 3 times 0.4771. And the answer is 1.4313. And that is my final answer for the first question. Remember, the topic is substitution in logarithm. Now, second question, number 2. We have log 0.72. How do we substitute for this particular log? There's nothing like 0.72 in the substituent we're given, because what we're given is log 3, log 2, and log 7. So what do we do here? We have to turn this to what? To fraction. I believe you still remember. We did this in indices. So looking at this, if you look at this, what we have here is log what? Log 72 over what? What is this? Tenth. And this is what? Hundredth. You remember? Tenth and what? 100. That is all over or 100. One what? 100. Now, what do we do? If you could remember, when we are talking about division under logarithm, division, if it is division as a basic operation that we have, the what? The logarithm will turn to what? Minus. If it is times, the logarithm will turn to what? We turn to addition. That means these are the basic operation in logarithm. But having division, it will change to what? Minus. Then times will change to what? To plus. Now, what do we do now? What do we do? Now, what sign is this? The all over. Division. Thank you. So, what do we have now? It means we have log 72, and division will turn to what? Minus. Thank you very much. Minus log what? What is the second log? Log 100. Do you understand? Now, what do we do now? There is nothing called log 72 in the substituent we're given. So what do? We break this 72 down. Let's break it down. Let's see how it goes. 72. What can go? 2 can go. So we have 2. In 72, it gives us 36. What can go again? 2 can go. 2 in 36 is going to give us 18. What can go again? 2 can go. 2 in 18 will give us 9. Again, 2 cannot go, but 3 can go. 3 in 9 is 3. 3 can go. 3 in 3 is 1. So what do we have? 2 times 2 times 2, giving us what? 8. And what is the second one? 3 times 3 is what? 9. That means if we say 8 times 9, it will give us what? 72. 8 times 9 will give us what? 72. Now, that means what we have here is log what? Log bracket 8 times 9, bracket close, minus log 100. Do you understand what we did here? Now, what is the next step? You know, we haven't gotten to what we are looking for. The substituent we are looking for is either 3, 2, or what? Or 7. But what we have here is 8, and what we have here is what? Is 9. Definitely, we need to break this 8 and 9 down too. How do we break it down? Looking at 8, 8 is what? 2 raised to power what? 3. That is 2 times 2 times 2, giving us 8. And 9 is what? That is 3 raised to power 2. That is 3 times 3, giving us what? 9. So what do? We now say log what? Bracket 2 raised to power what? 3 times, what is 9? That is what? 3 raised to power 2, then minus log what? What is log 100? Let's break it down also. To the power of what? 10. Thank you very much. 100 is what? You know, under indices, 10 is what? 10 is what? Is 10 raised to power 1. 100 is what? 10 raised to power 2. 1000 is what? is 10 raised to power what? 3, etc. Now, what we have here is 100. That is 10 raised to power what? Raised to power 2. You remember that the basic operations in what? In logarithms are what? Are multiplication sign and what? Division sign. And what we have here is multiplication sign. What do? We change the multiplication sign to what? To addition sign. How do we change it? This is what we are going to do. We are not going to say what? We are going to say log into what? To 2 raised to power 3 plus, what is the second one? Log what? 3 raised to power 2 minus what? Minus log 10 raised to power 2. Now, if you could remember that once we have the power will surely go to the front. Do you still remember? Yes. So, what do we have now? We now say we have 3 log what? Log 2 plus, what is this one? 2 will go to the front. It will be what? 2 log what? Log 3. Then minus what? The 2 will also come to the front. 2 log what? Log 10. 2 log 10. 2 log 10. Are you with me, please? So, what is the next thing? Now, let's substitute for what we have here. We already have log 2, log 3, and then we have what? Log 10. Though we don't have log 10 yet. And let me tell you something. Once you have a neutral base like this one, log 10 to a neutral base, the answer is 1. Log 10 to a neutral base is the same thing as log 10 base 10. Do you remember? Now, knowing this now, log 10 to base 10 is what, everybody? 1. Log 3 to base 3 is what, everybody? 1. Log 4 to base 4 is what? 1. And this one is neutral. And you know that the neutral base is the same thing as log 10 base 10. And log 10 base 10 is what, everybody? 1. So this one will surely turn to what? It will surely turn to 1. So before that, let's substitute for this. 3 bracket. What is log 2? Log 2 is what? 0.3010 plus 2 bracket. What is log 3? Log 3 is 0.4771. Then minus 2. This is 2. What is log 10? Log 10 is what? 1. Thank you very much. 1. So what do we have now? Let's multiply this. Let's use calculator. Let's use calculator. We have 3 times 0.3010. So what we have here is 0.9030 plus, let's multiply the second one. Let's multiply the second one. We have 2 times 0.4771. So what we have here is 0.9542 minus 2 times 1 is what? Is 2. Now what do we do now? Let's sum this one together. Let's sum it up. What we have here, 0.9030 plus this one give us 1.8572. 1.8572 minus 2. Sorry. 0.9030 plus 0.9542 minus 2. And the final answer here is minus 0.1428. And this is our final answer. That is the second question, is 0.72. You can see the way it goes. Once you are given decimal numbers like that, you have to turn it to what? To fraction, because we cannot use decimal in what? In logarithm. That is the second one. Now let's move to the third one. The third one is log second root 6 or square root of 6. What do we do? If you could remember, I told you that logarithm and indices, they work hand in hand. They work pari passu. So what do we have here? Once you have something like this, the square root of a is the same thing as a raised to power what? 1 all over 2. The cube root of a is the same thing as a raised to power 1 all over 3. The quadrat root of a is the same thing as a raised to power 1 all over what? 1 all over 4, and so on and so forth. Now, what we have here is what? Is second root. And when we talk about second root, it means what we have is log 6 raised to power what? 1 all over 2. And if you could remember, we carry the what? The power to the front. Is that not what we do? So we now say what? 1 all over 2 log what? Log 6. And we break this 6 down. What are the multiples of 6? That is 2 times what? Times 3. We give us what? 6. And looking at this, we have 2 here, we have 3 here. Equation balance. So what do? We now say 1 all over 2 log what? Log bracket 2 times 3. Now, and you know, the basic operation, which is multiplication, we turn it to what? Plus. How do we turn it? We now say 1 all over 2 log what? Log 2 plus, second one is what? Log 3. Thank you. So what do we have there? We now have 1 all over 2 bracket. What is log 2? The substituent. Log 2 is what? 0.3010. Then plus, what is log 3? Log 3 is 0.4771. So what do we do now? What do we do? Now, we multiply this. Let me multiply this by half. You know, half is the same thing as what? As 0.5. So we have 0.5 times 0.3010. That will give me 0.15. Give me, okay, let me write it here. Okay, so I multiply this 0.5 times 0.3010, and it gives me, look at this, 0.1505. Then plus, what do we have here? We have 0.4771. And my final result is plus 0.4771. Final result is that give me, sorry, the sign is 0.3010. I think there's a mistake here. What we need to do, you need to be very careful here. You need to be very careful because two of them must be inside the same bracket. Must be inside the same bracket. Now, what is log 2? Log 2 is what? According to the substituent, I've cleaned it. Log 2 is 0.3010 plus, what is log 3? 0.4771. Yes. So we need to add this together before we multiply it, because they are together. Look at this. They are together here. Before you multiply it, they are together. Do you understand? Now, let's add it together. That is one of the mistakes that anybody can make. So you need to be very, very careful when you are dealing with what? With brackets. Now, what we have here is 0.3010 plus 0.4771. Yes, and that will give me, that is 0.7781. Now let's multiply it now. Let's multiply it. I told you 1/2 is the same thing as 0.5. So we divide it. So we have 0.5 times 0.7781. 7781. And my result is, my final result is 0.38905. I can approximate it to what? To 4 decimal places, giving me 0.3891. And that is my final answer for the third question. Now, for the first question, IV, we have log cube root 0.3. Log cube root 0.3. And if you could remember, like we did to this one, this is second root, this is third root. So what do? We carry the what? The cube root, and we make it as power. So what we do here is now, it should now be log what? 0.3 raised to power what? 1/3. 1/3. So now, after we've done that, let me clean this. I'm going to rewrite it. After we've done that, what do? We convert it to what? To a fraction. Like I told you, we cannot leave our what? Our result like this, and we can solve logarithm in the what? In the decimal form. So what we do is that we convert this 0.3 to what? To fraction. How do we convert it to fraction? You know, it's 0.3. This one will now give us what? Log what? Log 3. And if you look at this, this is what? 10th. That is all over 10, all raised to power what? 1/3. You can see we've converted it to what? To fraction. And if you could remember, the power cannot stand like this. What do? We take it to the what? To the front. It will now be what? 1/3 log what? Log 3/10. And what do? The basic operation, which is division, it will change to what? It will change to addition. Now let's change it to addition. It will now be 1/3. Then it's not going to be what? Bracket log what? Log 3. Addition will be what? Division will be what? Subtraction. Thank you. Minus log what? Log 10. Then bracket close. So what do here? We now say 1/3 bracket. What is log 3? According to the, let's check log 3. Log 3 is 0.4771. Log 3 is 0.4771 minus, what is log 10? 1. Thank you very much. It's 1. So this one will give us 1. So what is the next thing? What are we going to do next? We are not going to what? We subtract this one. Deal with the bracket first. Take note of that. Deal with the bracket first. Don't multiply this or multiply. You can make mistake. Now, what do now? We say 0.4771 minus 1. Then the result gives us, 1/3 bracket minus 0.5229 bracket close. So what do? We now multiply this by this. We multiply this. We multiply this. That is going to give me, okay, we multiply this by what is inside the bracket. And what is this one? This one is 0.3333. So 1/3 or you can just say 1 times this, will give us the same thing. Then minus 0.5229 divided by 3. And my final answer here is minus 0.1743. That is my final result for the first question. Now, I'm going to do one more question, and I'm going to give you one to do as your assignment or whatever. Then you can leave your you can drop your answer at the comment section. So let's check the fifth one, the last one. The last one. The last question is the last question is the last question. Okay, the last question is log. We have log 3.92. 3.92. So what do we do? Let's convert this. So we have log. Oh yeah, it's going to give me what? 392 over, this is tenth. This is what? 100 over 100. So what do we do here? We now say what? Let's segregate it. What we have here is division. So it's going to change to what? Minus. So what we have here is log 392 minus log what? Log 100. So what do we do next? What do we do next? Let's try to break 392 down. Let's break it down. 392. Let's break it down. What can go here? This one is 1. This one is 9. This is 6. 2. What is this one? 9. That is 8. 2. We have 4. 9. We have 7. 7 in this one. 7. 7. 1. So 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2, 8. 8. Then what is this? 4 times 7 times 7, 49. 8 times 49 is going to give us what? 392. So what we have here is log into bracket 8 times 49. 8 times 49. And then the second one is minus log what? This one, let's power it. It's going to give me what? 10 raised to power 2. And this 8 too, we have to break it down. 8 is what, everybody? That is log what? Log 2 raised to power 3 times what? 49 is what? 7 raised to power 2. Then minus what? Minus log 10 raised to power 2. So what do we do here? Now we segregate it because we have times here. It's going to turn to what? Addition. Then giving me log 2 raised to power 3 plus log 7 raised to power 2 minus log what? 10 raised to power 2. So what do? We carry the 3 to the front. It will now give me 3 log what? Log 2 plus carry the 2 to the front also. It's going to give me 2 log what? Log 7 minus what? Minus carry the 2 to the front. 2 log what? Log 10. Log 10. So what do we do here now? We now say 3 into bracket. What is my log 2? My log 2 is 0.3010. Then plus 2 bracket. What is log 7? According to what we are given, log 7 is 0.8451. Then minus 2. What is log 10? Is 1. Thank you very much. So what do we have? Let's multiply this. Let me quickly multiply this. Let me multiply this. I have 3 times 0.3010. That one give me 0.9030 plus, let me multiply the second one. The second one, I have 2 times 8451. So what I have here is 1.6902 minus 2 times 1 is 2. Now let me sum this one together. Let me sum this one together. Let me sum it together. Plus 0.9030, then minus 2. Minus 2. And my final answer here is 0.5932. And that is my final answer here. Now, let me write one, and then you do it, you drop your answer at the comment section. Find this. Log 49, log 49 plus log 64. Find this. Given what we have before, what we have is what? Use this. Given log what? Log 2 is equal to 0.3010. And this next one, log 7 is equal to 0.8451. And then the last one, log 3 is equal to 0.4771. So use this to solve this question. So thank you very much. I believe you understand this particular topic, and I believe I've convinced you that mathematics is very simple. Thank you very much. I remain the same person, Abimbola Timitokwe. Goodbye for now.